if y'all have any questions, feel free to ask. We just thought we would jump on and do a live together. We're going to try to have these every Monday now just to like check in with people and hang out a little bit. But feel free to ask questions. We're just kind of hanging out right now. We're going to try to do these every Monday, though. So we'll see. We'll see how this one goes. Yeah, this is our first one together. I used to do them relatively frequently on our other stuff. So, yeah, what questions do y'all have? What do y'all think of what we're doing? Do you have any suggestions? We just filmed some content right before this, so we'll see how it goes. But, yeah, we'd love to hear your questions. And all that. And yeah. And I don't know, there's like, what do you do for a living? Okay, here's our first one. What do we do for a living?
So I work for a major global electrical company. So we do anything from creating power to bringing it all the way into the source. So high voltage, medium voltage, low voltage. I specialize in vertical markets.
Yeah, and all of his bosses, the VP of the company, actually saw our content last week and were telling him about it, that they had seen it. And
yeah, it was an interesting week.
Yeah. Before, I've done content creation for probably the last 10 or so years. I was blogging and doing relationship coaching and relationship advice, which is what I was doing primarily. Before that, I was a teacher. So I was doing teaching and blogging, and then switched to just doing content creation in 2020. And then I've written books. I did relationship coaching for years. And then the way we started doing this is the content I was doing was really heavy. It was like all toxic relationship recovery stuff. And it's just really hard stuff. I was a co-host for a podcast called Breaking Free from Narcissistic Abuse, which is a wonderful podcast. You should definitely check it out. But I was doing all this really heavy stuff. And so I just wanted to take a break. And so I was just kind of doing some lighthearted videos in December of 2023. And we did one together, which was the horrifying my husband with dirty pickup lines. And that proceeded to blow up, and people were commenting, do more, do more. And so that's what we did, is we did more. And it was just super fun. It was really lighthearted, and this is what we've been doing now. So that's what we both do for a living, and it's been a blast. We've only literally been doing this since December 29th, 2023 is when we posted this first video. Thank you so much, Leo, for sending the rose. But yeah, so we're just been doing this stuff, and it's just been a blast. And we found so many people that really like it and connect with it, but we're glad y'all are here. How long have we been married? So we got married in 2019, actually. And so this year will be 5 years in July. Yeah, it's been the best. So narc abuse recovery is no joke. No, it's not. It's not funny. It's really tough. I was doing very meaningful work, and but this is meaningful in a different way. We get such amazing DMs and comments of people saying that they love watching our videos, that it helps them start their day with a laugh. I feel like I'm so much happier doing this every day, like just having that time together to just like sit and laugh. Are we from Michigan?
I was born there.
Yeah, Brian's from Michigan. Yeah. So he's a Detroit Lions fan. Both of us went to the University of Memphis, which is why we live outside Memphis, which is why we wear a lot of Memphis stuff. Yeah, you see the Lions hat. Brian just got that, so he's very proud of his Lions hat. Before that, he was just doing like a University of Memphis hat, which we're big Memphis Tigers fans too.
I'm a creature of habit. I find one thing I like and stick with it for a while.
He's from the Lansing area. Hello from Ireland. So glad you're here. We get a lot of international.
I was born and raised in Port Huron,
Michigan. We're going to visit, I think, in December of this year.
We keep saying that.
Yeah, we'll keep saying that. Brian, how the heck do you keep up with the dirty lines?
So I just really let my face turn red and I just kind of hide.
I mean, we've always, literally since date 2, I've kind of dropped those off. So it wasn't like, for us, this was just like us making our sort of private life public. Yeah. Like he's always had the funniest reactions because his face always gets so red. Like it's even red now. And so he's just a little, he's just precious. Love you too, make me laugh. Oh, it jumped. Love you too, make me laugh when I think I can't do it. Oh, we're so glad. We're having so much fun doing it. So it's just awesome to that.
My abs hurt all the time.
I think somebody said that you should have like a 6-pack after we're doing these so often.
No kidding.
That's where he was naturalized, became a U.S. citizen. From Port Huron or Lansing?
No, I'm born and raised in the U.S.
No, that's where he's from.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he was naturalized. So
thank you.
Hi, Big Mike from Canada. We're so glad you like it. We're having so much fun.
Switzerland, I've been there.
Yeah. Would we try? Oh, it keeps jumping. What you blah blah. Always make my day. We're so glad. We love doing it. Love you too. Love the puns. I share them all. Yeah, please do. Share them. People ask me all the time, is it okay if I use this on my husband or my wife or my girlfriend, or use it on anybody? It's fun. Just with consent. Let me just say that.
Yes.
Really bad way to wake up to you guys and spill my coffee. Yeah, he won't even drink when I'm doing the lines anymore. After the one time he was drinking and then spit up on the floor.
Oh my gosh.
Would I try having it reversed on me? So Brian has said that he will. He has said that if we make it to 600,000 followers on TikTok, that he will start dropping them. He has done a few that we've put on our Passes membership or our IG subscription. Brian's, it's just not the same. People have been they've really said I should stick to them, but you can be the judge of that when y'all see them when we get to 600,000 followers. But Brian's he can't keep a straight face. He laughs in the middle of it.
I don't even know if I could get through one.
Yeah. But I mean, we're willing to people ask that all the time, Brian should drop them or you, or I need lines for my wife or girlfriend or whatever. Brian should drop some, but we'll see,
I like my dad jokes.
That's really more in line of what he's interested in. He likes the dad jokes. He's always done the dad jokes, and I always end up rolling my eyes, but
that has,
yeah. It's the best when he tries to hide. That's when you know it was extra bad. Yeah. I love Hot Moms, Ohio here. My family's actually all from Ohio, up around Cleveland. But where are we from? We currently live outside Memphis, Tennessee. We're big Memphis fans. He went to Port Huron and became a U.S. citizen at 6 years old in Port Huron.
Oh,
that's super cool.
Small world.
Hi, Sexy from Canada.
I still have a whole bunch of family in Port Huron.
Mm-hmm. Kitty Cat is from not far from Port Huron. Good evening, Jan. Glad you're here from the UK. It's afternoon. Wow. It's noon here. That's why we're gonna jump on for a quick little live.
My Monday lunch break.
Hi from Wales. Oh, it keeps jumping. I'm trying to keep up. Hi. Hello from Ireland. It's so cool to have so many U.S. people. I don't even drink while watching. Well, Brian can't drink while when I drop these. He stopped. He's as soon as he sees the camera and the pearls, he immediately puts down whatever he's drinking.
When the camera, the light, and the pearls come out, I know I'm in trouble.
He's nope, putting down the drink. I'm not doing that again. He has spit on the floor once.
I almost spit up in the truck.
Yeah.
And we stopped driving by doing this.
Yeah. TikTok also said it was dangerous for us to do that while he's driving.
Yeah.
I love showing my husband your jokes. That's awesome. I love the idea of like husbands getting terrorized, you know. I do it to my husband. Hello from Wales. You too had myself. Oh, that's awesome. We love hearing all the videos about, or all the comments and DMs from people saying like, I showed this to my husband, or I did this to my husband. We love helping. We love being married, so it's nice to see other couples.
I wouldn't trade my wife for anything.
And you're the luckiest man alive.
I agree
Did you
100%
know?
with that. I will never argue with that.
What does your tattoo say? So this one, it's a quote from a poem from the poet Charles Beard. It says, when it is dark enough, you can see the stars. It's my only tattoo with writing. The rest of my tattoos are all images. You guys are brilliant. He's too wholesome for the dirty. He absolutely is. Like, he blushes. Like, I've had to explain certain terms to him.
What does that even mean?
There was one joke we attempted to do with, I'm trying to see how I can say that this is like TikTok appropriate. Like Peggy, like, and I had to explain to him what Peggy was. And like, we couldn't even post that because he didn't even know what it meant. And so he was just like lost. Tanya, I love you too. Your dirty pickup lines are the best. Thank you. We love doing this stuff. Love the ones you did during the Super Bowl. That was so much fun for me because I don't know anything really about football. I had to do all of this research about football, but there's so many dirty puns in sports in general. Like I've written so many jokes now for golf.
Yeah.
And
you learned football.
I learned football.
I was very impressed.
Yeah, I learned football to be able to write the jokes. And I was getting some help on Instagram. We have a chat called, what's it called? Dirty Humor with the terrorists, TARA-rists. And they were helping me with some of the jokes because there were some terms I just did not totally understand. But that's been the most fun for me, are the themed ones when I'm writing the jokes for like football or the Super Bowl, or writing ones for golf, because so many sports have so many innuendos already in them. Like golf has foursome and stiff shaft and all of these things that, I mean, it's just, it's so easy to write the jokes and it's funny. Got any baseball ones? Okay, so the way I write my jokes is I have a notes in my notes app on my phone, and that's where I start collecting them, and then I will go and research the sport. And so I have golf set up because I know that, or not golf, I have baseball set up because I know that season's coming up. So I am collecting them, and once I get enough for, a video or a couple of videos, that's when I start doing him. Hello from Netherlands, Ireland. We've got so many people up in here.
Alabama.
Hello, Alabama. You're not far from us. No. We're outside Memphis, Tennessee. Does your husband give you a near pearl necklace that we don't see on camera? Well, we plead the fifth on that one. But this one he gave me for Christmas, and we had no idea that this would be the thing that I wear so frequently now. I love you all the pieces. I'm the same way with my husband. That's so nice to hear. I clearly already like you because of that.
Florida.
Walla Walla, Netherlands.
I was just in Florida last week.
Yeah, he was in Florida last week at a work conference thing, and all of his bosses and VPs and sales managers stumbled upon our content and were sharing it with each other.
It was funny because it's at first they approached me and they're like, so are you on TikTok?
You got a heart on your head.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, are you on TikTok?
Yeah,
he texted me some that his boss was like, I had a weird experience. I was on TikTok last night.
That was my boss's boss.
Right. And I heard somebody and I thought it was you.
That was me.
You guys are awesome. Just want you to know me and my wife watch your stuff all the time. Thank you. Glad. I mean, we're just having so much fun. So we're glad that y'all are having fun too. Dirty pickup lines you say to your husband are so funny. Hi from Canada. We're a riot. Doesn't he know to never spit? I don't know if you would spit or swallow, honey. Maybe he'll get the opportunity one time in his lifetime. Brian, you need to represent us guys. Okay, Brian has said that when we get to 600,000 followers, he will do some lines on us. Yeah. We have done a couple on our IG subscription and our Passes membership. Mind you, Brian can't keep a straight face through it. He laughs in the middle of them. He turns bright red.
It's gonna take a lot of practice.
Yeah, like he does not. I can keep it just fine. One take. Brian's like not. It's not Brian's skill set, and that's okay. Brian's a real good sport that he lets me like harass him basically for the public. I have a beautiful smile. Thank you. And you are so handsome and manly.
Thank you.
From Sweden, the hamster sunroof. That's not mine. I can't take credit for them. But if any of y'all saw the TikTok trend, I knew I had to do that. And thankfully, Brian had not seen any of those yet. So he had to have that moment of processing. Hi from Rhode Island, Vancouver Island. So many people here. That's awesome. I look forward to your jokes every day. We really try to post every day.
Yes, we do.
It's hard with Brian traveling, so we're having to sort of figure out how we're going to handle that with him traveling. We're trying to get it up.
I'm booked out pretty far in advance.
Yeah, so we're now going to be trying to do every Monday around this time. We'll film some content together, and then we'll try to do a live too. So we have enough when he's traveling, because it's hard when he's traveling, and it's hard because I'm taking care of the kids. He's doing work stuff all day, all night. So
we've tried to do it we tried to FaceTime.
We've tried to do it FaceTime. I couldn't even get it to record. You got a heart again. Oh. So who corrupted who? Oh, it was absolutely me doing the corrupting. Like, I've had to explain to him so many words, what things mean. Like, clearly I'm the problem. Yeah. But in a good way, right? You two are so adorable. He needs his own pearls to clutch with some of these.
Oh my God.
I don't think Brian would wear pearls, but that's pretty much what he does, like with his hat. Like, that's kind of his equivalent of clutching.
That would probably freak you out if you came in one day and I was wearing your pearl had the camera and the light.
I don't even know if these pearls would fit around your neck.
They might.
I think they'd be tight around his neck.
Yeah, it'd be like a choker.
Yeah. I share with my wife. We have the same relationship, but I'm like you and wife. Yeah. Peggy is the wife from Married with Children. Yes, she is. I love your dirty chat up lines. I couldn't laugh any harder. Do you have kids?
Yes, we have a ton.
We have 4 kids. One is starting college in the fall. And then we have 3 kids. We have twin 7-year-olds and then a 3-year-old.
Baby girl.
Yeah. So we have quite a lot of children.
We are parenting at all different levels.
Yeah, all the time. So right now, all kids are at school or parents' day out. And so that's why this Monday time is, I think, going to be the slot that we use for each other, because he's on his lunch break. I work from, this is my job, like doing content creation. And now we get to enjoy doing it together, which is super fun.
We kind of have a hybrid office schedule. So 3 days in, 2 days from home. Mm-hmm. So Monday and Friday.
All right, who makes who blush more?
Oh, you make me blush more, absolutely.
Yeah. He does make me blush.
Yeah.
And I will blush when I'm saying particularly dirty jokes. The one I did, I think my favorite out of all of the jokes that I've done is the, could you be a gentleman and push my stool? I died when I literally had to practice that one in the mirror by myself multiple times to even be able to get that one out with Brian. And I even warned him. I was like, I don't know if I'm going to be able to get this in one take. This one is so hard for me. But I will blush when I say the dirty jokes. But most of the time,
Well,
And
that's the important part is like you are adamant. One take, general, like this is his true reaction.
Yeah, we only do one takes. Brian does not know any of the jokes in advance.
Zero.
Some of them he's heard before me, but I have not told him in advance because we want his genuine reaction. Because honestly, his genuine reaction is so awesome anyway. Hi from Westmoreland, Ontario, Dayton, Ohio. My family's all from Ohio. They're all from Cleveland. And my mother, my grandmother, my 4 aunts are all like me. Like it's a long line of like dirty-minded women. My grandmother used to always tell me, you gotta test drive the car before you got married. So I am a long line of women like me. Lots of funny references in bowling. You got to do those. That's absolutely true. I have done one with Brian where I, ask him to hold me like a bowling ball. But I will add that to my notes list of dirty jokes. I have all these themed lists where I'm collecting jokes and write them as I go. Some, like with the Super Bowl, because I knew it was coming up, I went and spent a few hours like researching, writing, getting help from people who understood the sport more for me. Hi from Newfoundland, Canada, lots of Canadians. Yeah. Wife and I send your videos back and forth all the time. That's awesome. We love hearing that.
Your laugh is contagious.
Super funny from Cleveland, Ohio. That's where all my family's from, is from Cleveland, Ohio. So if you can't laugh at yourself, are you even living? Exactly. Yeah. Awesome jobs. Thank you. We just really enjoy what we're doing. We're having so much fun, and we're glad that y'all are liking it so much. We did that one. So he gave you a pearl necklace. Was that after one of the dirty big lines? This was a Christmas present, actually. Yeah. So this was, I've always liked this type of jewelry, and then it just ended up being, it's funny because I wore the necklace for a date night, not anything to do with any of the videos. And I took a picture of us and posted it like, oh, date night. And then y'all, commented, DM'd, were like, oh, he gave you a pearl necklace. And I was like, I've got to start wearing these in these videos. And y'all are so funny because y'all will remind me if for whatever reason I didn't wear it that one day. They're like, where is the pearl necklace? So.
It does get a lot of use.
It does. Love the reaction of your hubby. My husband and I get a kick out of you guys. Yeah, he's so much more wholesome than me. But I feel like most couples are probably like this. One's kind of dirty-minded. One's kind of the more wholesome one. It just happened to be I think it's mostly the guy who's the dirty one, but ours is totally reversed.
I have my moments just off camera in the privacy of our home.
Yeah, like ease. Hello from Chicago. You guys are funny as hell. Thank you. We all want to know, does he take you up on it? We will plead the fifth on that. This is TikTok. This is not OnlyFriends, but we're very happy with our life that way. Where's the Lion's hat?
Hanging about.
Pretty much, Under Armour should pay Brian for how much he wears Under Armour in general. He's like always wearing the Under Armour stuff. But he kind of cycles through Under Armour Detroit Lions hat, which he just got recently. This is why he keeps wearing it, because he's so proud of it. And the University of Memphis Tigers hat. He wears that a lot, too.
I have 3 hats hanging out on the hook.
Outside Atlanta. He was just in Atlanta was it last month?
Mid-January.
Mid-January? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'll be there again in April.
Greetings from Germany. I was in Germany a few years ago. That's where a lot of my family is from, too, my extended family, so...
Does Brian get a heads up on what you're going to say before you tell the joke on camera? Zero. None.
The only ways that I might give him a heads up is I might sort of give him an idea of how to answer whatever question I say. Because if I feel like
You've done that twice.
Okay.
You're just like, all right, when I say this, you say this, and then you go in. But it has nothing to do with the punch.
Yeah. I basically just give him a heads up of what kind of answer I want him to give me. Like, I'm going to ask you a question, and can you say yes? Or something like that.
If you were saying, a knock-knock joke, you say, who's there?
Right. Yeah. So I kind of give him a heads up because I know that if I ask the question, he might not go in the right direction. So I might give him a heads up with that, but he never has any idea what jokes I'm going to drop. And these are all totally one takes. If they don't work out, they just don't get posted. You know, there's been a couple of jokes, as I mentioned earlier, that like Brian has not understood at all. And I've had to like later explain to him, like, okay, this is what that meant.
There have been a couple times where you've gotten like giddy. You're like, oh, I've been wanting to do this one.
Right.
And I'm like,
But yeah, he does no idea. Hi from Alberta. Favorite couple. Hi from Canada. Traveling, she said, get it up. Let's see. Oh, it jumped again. Okay. Oh my goodness. Where are we from? We are from outside Memphis, Tennessee. Brian's originally from Michigan. I was born in Virginia, but my family's all from Ohio. He has at least 4 times with the count of kids they have. At least 4 times. Yes, yeah. At least 4 times we have had children. Hi, everybody who's come. Does Brian know the joke before you film it? Nope. You two got me through a hospital stay. So funny. Oh, I'm so glad to hear that. We get comments like that a lot. That's part of the reason why this content has been so fun to create, is because they're like, you helped me get through a tough time.
Those are the best messages.
They really are, because we are having so much fun. This doesn't feel like work at all. You know, it's fun for me specifically because I've worked by myself doing content creation for years now. So to do it with like my best buddy is really fun, and it's just really fun. Like, I love taking the time to laugh and do that together. So very sorry that you guys are Browns fans. Are we Browns fans?
No, we're not. You're just.
Is that the
Ohio.
Cleveland?
Yeah, Cleveland.
Yeah, I'm just. My family's from Ohio, but I don't really care about football at all. Yeah. I had to learn football to write the dirty jokes involving football, and I still feel like I really don't understand football all that much.
She like attaches onto my teams.
Yeah. Like that's a good spouse, you know, because I don't really care. So whatever he likes, I like.
You were excited about watching the Super Bowl this year.
Yeah, because we bet money on it. We bet money on the game.
$5.
Yeah. Big love from Ireland. So many out of the country folks, which is awesome.
I know.
Okay, South Africa. Wow.
I
met your nephew yesterday. Be careful around JJ. Something right about him?
My nephew. I don't have a nephew, JJ.
I don't have a nephew named JJ that I know about. So, no. A Michigander in Sweden. Nice. I use all your lines all the time with my man. Matter of fact, I just used one 5 minutes ago. Awesome. You in the creator fund now, getting the money. So I have been doing content creation on TikTok since I think 2021 is when I started. And so I was already in the creator fund, and then we just switched the content that I was doing to our content. Yeah. We've only been doing this content since we posted the first video, December 29th, 2023. Yep. So we have not been doing this long at all, but it proceeded to blow up in a really fun way.
You mean, as a relationship coach, though, you had big followings.
Yeah.
Like you had big platforms. And then we kind of, just one day as a joke, did this, and it just kind of took on a life of its own. Mm-hmm. And we love it.
If we ever go to Alberta, we would love to hang around the campfire with you two. We actually... Unrelated. I mean, that would be awesome. We would love to meet our fans, obviously. But we got asked recently to do I believe it was in Canada. It was a nudist colony, and they would have us as a special guest. We would love to do all expenses paid trips to the Bora Bora or Fiji, like a nudist colony around fire. Like, I feel like my bits should be totally covered around fires, pretty much. Like, that's pretty much how I feel. First takes, yeah. Let's see. Let's answer a couple more. Where do you find all the jokes? Okay, so it's a really good question. I get asked it a lot. So when we started, some of these jokes were ones I had heard around, I had seen, looking up dirty pickup lines, lists, and things like that. Then I started writing jokes. Yeah. writing or rewriting. So writing jokes means I come up with a joke from scratch. Rewriting jokes, there's a lot of jokes that were written for men for women, so I'd have to rewrite them so the gender was right because of I'm doing it to my husband. There was other ones that I rewrote because I didn't feel like they landed quite right, or I wanted it to be a little different. So the majority of what I do now is people do send me submissions all the time. People leave comments. They send DMs with really awesome jokes. I will collect those if I like them. I may rewrite them after I like them. And then, or I'll sit down and research different themes or topics and then sort of collect them as I go. I have so many running lists of dirty jokes. I feel like I will never run out, honestly. I'm constantly collecting them, writing them, putting them together. I have the most fun with the themed ones. The football jokes, I had so much fun writing those and collecting those. And so I really enjoyed doing those, and I think we'll do more as we go. Tara, the way you keep a straight face, you should play poker. I did play poker. I did many poker tournaments when I was in my early 20s. And yes, I have a great poker face. I did pretty well in poker. It's not something I do today. I mean, that was 19 years ago. So let's see what else. Bengal fan here. Is that football?
Yes, honey.
Okay, Bengal. Hi from South Africa. So many out of the country folks. It's awesome. Here's a joke for Brian. Oh, it jumped.
It jumps. Scotland. London.
Oh my goodness. Romania.
Chicago. I'll be there in November.
Know any jokes related with food and cooking?
I was just there. Was beginning of February.
Okay. Does he honor your request? We plead the fifth. We're going to keep pleading the fifth on that. Some things we got to keep private. I'm amazed at how you're not repeating yourself with them yet. Yeah, I will. I don't know. I have so many jokes lined up that I don't know how.
This will never end.
I don't know how it will, honestly.
She's a writer.
Yeah, so we're having so much fun writing them. We will keep collecting them as we go. New York City. Any jokes related with food and cooking? I will add that to my list. I've had a few, but I think if I started doing some themed ones around that, it'd be fun because there's so many in food and cooking. I mean, you just think about the shapes of food.
My hat's off to New York City. It took me an hour and 45 minutes to make it 32 miles.
Do you like wine gums? Yeah, I don't know what that is. I'll look it up, but I don't know what that is.
Wine gums.
Do you like wine gums? I think that's the joke for you.
Oh.
We'll have to look that up because we don't know what that means. Belgium loves Romania. London. Y'all get that hamster window installed in the car yet? We'll definitely make sure we get a sunroof. I've always asked my wife if I'm on her to-do list. Well, you should always be on her to-do list, right? She gets to check it off when she gets it.
I'm on mine.
Are you concerned about your jobs? So this is my job, so I'm not concerned at all.
So, yeah, it just kind of came out. So we're kind of in the middle of it right now.
Literally last week, it was a work conference, and his boss's boss, sales managers, all these people.
I'm with it. I'm not breaking any of our social media policies, so I don't share my company's name. So I mean, it seems to be okay.
Yeah, it's a worry.
Yeah,
it's a worry for both of us, just because the content creation can be variable in terms of your income. And we have kids, we have families, we need health insurance.
I love my job. I do. I really do love my job. I put myself into it, 8 to 5.
Yeah. So that's part of the reason why we've kind of, when we've done dirtier or edgier jokes, we've paywalled those. Those are on our Passes membership or our IG subscription. That's part of the reason that's where he's done the pickup lines on me, the few that he's done. But he has said that when we get to 600,000 on TikTok, that he will do some pickup lines on me. They will probably be very PG-ish, because he kind of has to walk the line. Yeah. And I mean, I just I have more freedom. I have more freedom.
Yeah.
I'm always watching for Brian to blush. That's my favorite. Like when he blushes, when he covers his face, like that's what I'm here for. That's what I want to keep doing. How does he handle all of the jokes?
Well, you guys get to see my reaction.
Yeah, like you see his reaction.
A lot of this.
Yeah.
And it used to not be that. Like, I would just kind of react, and then everybody would point out how red my face got. So now it's like when I feel myself getting red.
Yeah. Brian, are you scared Tara's wearing the pearls on live? He does. He like gets this look in his eye when I have the camera and the pearls out. He's like, "Oh, it's ready."
Yeah, it's ready. No, hey, honey, let's do some content at this time. It's like she just comes walking around the corner and she has her light, her pearls, and she says, and I'm like, all right,
time to go.
Yeah, which we have to with our, with kids. Yeah, we've got to get it in when we can.
Yeah. Seen any dragons lately? When he was dragging his balls across my face, I'm sure some of your jokes with my incarcerated honey. He loves them. Yeah, we love that couples are sharing it together. Mm-hmm. My husband is scared every time he posts a new video now. He knows what's coming. So my Instagram followers called themselves Terrorists, Tara, with my name. And so they'll talk about terrifying their husbands and things like that. So I'm all above board, all about terrorizing some husbands. Yeah. Like, y'all make my old man and I laugh so much. Hello from Virginia. Oh, yeah, we're married. We got married in 2019. I love that you guys are live. Get the biggest kick out of your videos. Yeah, this is literally our first time going live together. Yep. So it's been really fun to like hop on with y'all, and we'll need to hop on. We'll need to hop off in a few minutes. So if y'all have any questions, like feel free to ask them. We'll try to get all that we can. We're gonna try to do live every Monday. We'll try to go live. It kind of just depends on schedule.
Yeah,
I might try to go live. The thing is, our time together is limited. So we try to do what we can. I can go live more frequently, so I might try to do some lives without him. But I feel like he's such an important member of this that it would be hard not to be with him. When you come to Chicago, you two can give new meaning to Bear Down. So
I'll be there.
I have. That's been one thing that's been super surprising to me is how gaga the gays are for Brian. I mean, like they are hot for Brian. He is their, I've heard bear icon. He's their bear daddy. He's the bear zaddy. It's just been to me, it's very funny because I'm the one who reads all the comments and DMs and I will pass them on to Brian. So it's me sort of like reading all of these men wanting to hit on Brian.
It's flattering.
Terrorizing some husbands. Yep. How long did it take him to pop the question? We were dating.
I knew from, like, on our first date, like, I didn't see the lights or anything, but I mean, I just had a really good feeling. And then I think I knew within the first month. I'm like, I'm going to marry this woman. And then we started having the conversations about getting married.
Probably pretty early, I think.
Mm-hmm. And then we actually were planning we were going to get married in New York City. Mm-hmm. And then your landlord threw us a curveball.
Yeah, so we got married. We'd been dating 9 months when we got married. Yep. And that was not the plan that we'd get married that early, but I was renting a house and my landlord put my house up for sale without even informing me that he was going to do it. The way I found out is I think I was Googling my house to send someone like the Google Maps so they could get to my house, and then listing popped up. And
so I ordered the ring. The ring wasn't getting here in a timely manner, so I proposed with a ring pop.
Yeah, which we still have, like the little like ring pop base. We still have that.
Then we went and eloped, and I wouldn't trade my wife for anything.
It's been pretty fun.
It has.
Yeah.
Like if you would have told me you could be married and this happy, I would have probably argued with you at one point in my life. Nope. I wouldn't trade my wife or my family for anything.
Mm-hmm. Do I have an older sister? I have a younger sister. She's nothing like me. She's like not fun at all. So I'm sorry. She's also married. You don't want her. What are your day jobs? I'd love to do something similar, but I'm in HR and he's law enforcement. Oh God. Content creation is my job. That's what I do. I've been doing that since 2020 full time. Before that, I was a school teacher. I would have literally been fired at the first horrifying my husband with dirty pickup lines video if I was still doing that. Brian does corporate stuff. His bosses and
my boss's boss's boss
all found our videos last week and we're sharing it.
Yeah.
He thinks he's okay. We hope he's okay because clearly we want him to keep his job. But
I did, when all this started and it started to kind of take off pretty fast, I did go check with some people to make sure that I wasn't doing anything wrong.
Right.
And I mean, I'm not doing it, during work hours, and I'm not, talking about my company.
Right.
So, I mean, I have two very separate lives. Mm-hmm. I have my job, which I love, and then, this with my wife, which it doesn't even feel like work. I mean, it's fun.
Yeah. It doesn't feel like work at all. Do people at your jobs know about this? We answered that. Yeah. They find it hilarious.
Yeah. So it was interesting the first time. Like I walked in, it was early. Like I usually get to the office early. And the guy at the front desk said, "Can I ask you something?" And I said, "Yeah." He goes, "Are you on?" And I was like, "Yep." That's me.
And thankfully, it's me dropping the dirty lines. Yeah. I think it might be different if he was dropping them all the time. Yeah. But he has said when we get to 600,000 followers on TikTok that he will drop some lines. They will probably be a little bit. He's more of the dad joke kind of thing.
I love dad jokes.
I know he does. But his will probably be like a bit more PG, but we'll see. We'll have fun.
My wife and my oldest just, every time I tell a dad joke, just roll their eyes.
Oh my God, yeah. Where do you get your quips from? They are hilarious. I haven't tried them on my husband yet. So first, you should try it on your husband because it's awesome and super fun. It started when I started doing these. They were ones that I'd heard. They were ones that I had thought of or had seen on dirty pickup line lists online and things like that. The majority of the ones that we do today are submissions from people. They they put them in comments or send them to me in DMs or email. Or I write them or rewrite them. The ones that are super themed are definitely ones that I tend to write or rewrite. And what I mean by rewrite is that I might take a joke and make it from a woman to a man, or I might change the ending so it lands differently or things like that. But I have so many just on the back burner that I don't know how we will ever run out of material, honestly. Have I heard the battery and bag of chips line? No. Definitely send it to me.
I thought about Googling it.
Not a lot of companies give not a single damn if you separate personal and professional. Well, that's good because I was a teacher. I taught Latin for 12 years at a private K through 12 school. And I would have been fired immediately doing the content that we're doing now because teachers wise, you're held to a higher moral and ethical standard. Yep. If I don't have a fun marriage like you guys, I don't want it. I hear you. We both were previously married, and those were not fun experiences for either one of us, and so that's why this has been so awesome.
I was single for about a decade. I never planned to get married again. I tell everybody to this day, like I would not be remarried had I not met my wife.
And my first marriage was horrible. It went down in flames. It's part of the reason why I was doing so much content on toxic relationship recovery before, why I was a co-host for a podcast called Breaking Free from Narcissistic Abuse. It was not a good situation, but
and we're fair. Like there's, we always talk about there's two sides to every story. And obviously our ex's version was probably different, but for us, they just weren't situations that we wanted to be in. And
no. and they weren't healthy. There was deception and lying and infidelity and all this stuff that like wasn't cool. And that's part of the reason why when we were married, and since we've gotten married, we've really focused on having a really good, solid relationship. And laughter is a good, solid.
Well, we went to premarital counseling.
We did.
Before we were like, you know what? We both had really bad experiences. We want to make this work. And it really, to us, it takes two willing people who are willing to put in the work. And I mean, marriage is work. I mean, it is. But we do division of labor. I mean, we tend
That's been a big one.
Communication's a really big thing for us. You know, like if something's bothering me, I talk to it. If something's bothering her, she brings it up.
Yeah. I swear I thought that was that is such a compliment. I get it like very often in my comments and DMs that I look like her. It's such a compliment. Just thank you. She's gorgeous and so talented. I'm not gay, but I would marry him.
Thank you.
Oh, Brian. My second marriage is amazing. First marriage was toxic narcissism. I relate. He relates.
Yeah. My dad told me the first marriage is just your warm-up marriage.
Which is not how it should be at all.
But there's some truth to that for me.
Yeah, but... All right, guys, we've got to hop off here, but we're going to try to come back every Monday or so. But thanks so much for being here. This was super fun. Keep commenting, sending us DMs. And remember, if we get to 600,000 followers, Brian said that he will drop some lines. So if you want to hear that or see that, make sure to share us and keep following. Thanks so much for being here.
Bye.